Okay, hey you guys, today I'm going to be doing the bentonite clay mask on my transitioning hair. This is not my first time doing this, but I haven't done it in a while since I've started my transitioning. The last time I did it, I think maybe it was like 6 months ago, and I had like this much transitioning hair, and now I have obviously a whole lot more. So we're gonna see how that goes. The benefits last time was more like it helped my hair stop being so brittle and dry, and I've been noticing that since I've got these highlights in my hair is a lot more dry. So we're just gonna try it again today, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so right here is just a quick little tutorial of how I created the bentonite clay mask. So I'm just showing you guys the ingredients here. It only requires the clay, the apple cider vinegar, make sure it's the one with mother, and then I'm showing you the dispenser I'll be using, and I'm actually measuring it in a measure cup, but I often do it in this cup right here. But I just wanted you guys to be able to see it. I think I used a total of 4 teaspoons in total. It just depends on the consistency that you want. So if you want a thicker consistency, then you add more clay, then you do apple cider vinegar, and then the opposite if you want a more watery consistency. I used a watery consistency for my benefit, but it's all up to you. Now, don't be alarmed when you see the fizzling of the clay. I believe that just means it's working. So that is a normal reaction when you're doing it. And also make sure that you're not using any metal. It says that, I don't know the reason behind it, but just make sure you're not using any metal. So that's why I'm using this wooden spatula and my plastic cup. Okay, so we're all done here. So now I'm just gonna pour it into my applicator and we're gonna get right on started. Okay, so I went ahead and wet my hair because your hair has to be wet when you're doing this. So I sectioned it off in 4 different sections, and I'm about to start with this one right here. I have my robe on, but I put this towel around me because this can get really, really messy. But just so you know, I know a lot of people who are completely natural don't like their I guess solution or whatever you want to call it as liquidy as mine, but I do this because I still have my permed ends, as you can see, and so it just will be easier to get through all of it without it tangling up. So you're taking this down. So all I do is like separate within my own hair. Let me stand up. Separate my own hair, and I'm just gonna put it in my hair. And you just massage it in from the root. And it'll really define your curls. Like when I first started, I loved this because one, it made my hair smoother and softer, but it also showed me like if you want to guess what your curl pattern might look like by the time you cut it off, you put this on and it'll start defining. You can kind of see my curls getting defined here. This is a long process, I'm not gonna lie. And I might end up having to make some more of this. Just kind of pull through the strands, making sure you're getting some of it on all of them. and you will experience some shedding. I'm experiencing a lot more than normal because I just took some braids out. So don't be surprised if you get a little shedding. You can barely see it, but there's some shedding. So keep a paper towel nearby or something to wipe your hands off occasionally. And I will say, like, don't neglect the ends. Like, just because they'll still be straight, it'll still make them easier and softer to deal with. Whew. Look at my curls. Okay. It's so pretty. And I also filled up my spray bottle with water. So if it starts to get dry, just put some water on it. Eventually you want it to get dry, but you don't want it to be drier than the rest of your head. Speaking of, I forgot to get my shower cap. I'm gonna figure that out when we get to it. Okay. One section done. And this is what it's looking like. Really defining them. I like. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep going until I finish my entire head. So, alright guys, so I got it all the way on now. So the instructions say to leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. You don't really want it to get that cold that fast. So like, I'm gonna look for my shower cap like I mentioned earlier, and I'll put that on my head and then put my bonnet on top. So then it'll be like heat, you know, helping it stay kind of loose. So I'll see you guys in 20. So I washed it out, and as you can see, my hair is really soft. Well, you actually may not be able to see it on camera, but my hair is really soft. And my ends aren't as brittle. They're still thin, but it's just not as hard to deal with, like with tangling. Like you see, they're just separating easily now. And so after I washed it out, I shampooed my hair and conditioned it in the shower. Not everyone shampoos after it, but I went ahead and shampooed as well, just because I had braids in, so I wanted to make sure my scalp was really clean. And so now I'm about to put my leave-in conditioners in, and I normally use these two. This one here, and then this one. I mix them together, and I just go all the way around my head with it. So that's what I'm about to do now. I normally use more of this one than I do this one, but they both, I feel like they work good. I'm still kind of figuring out what I like and don't like. I just put that all over my head. And ignore my little alfalfa. I accidentally cut a braid a couple months back, and so that's why that piece of hair is so short in the middle. But yeah, I just did this all the way around my head, and then I blow dry my hair out and start whatever style I do next normally. And you can use a detangling brush to make sure it really gets in there. I don't know where mine is right now, so I'm not doing it. Make sure you get it on the ends too. They actually need it the most. Okay, one more section. And I would say, like, for the mask, I would recommend it for those transitioning, kind of honestly in any stage of the transitioning. Like, it just makes it, when you start dealing with like your hair being so brittle, I feel like that's the perfect time to start incorporating it, because it just softens it up for a moment, and it really helps you like do what else you want to do, like styling wise. But I do a lot of protective styles, so like once I finish this and blow dry my hair out, I'm gonna start doing some locks, some butterfly locks, and that will be in a different video, so make sure you check that out. Making sure I get my little alfalfa. We're on a hair journey with this one specifically. It's so short. But that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you guys try this out, if you're transitioning. I would love to know like how it works with your hair. I still don't know what my hair is doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Thanks.